Welcome back, pals and gals, to the adventures of Jolene, Wasteland Queen. After our unfortunate demise last game, I spent a little bit of time getting us back to Fort Hagen and completing our side quests along the way, and now we're ready to take on Kellog. Or we will be as soon as we take advantage of the bed and save point that is right outside the front door. We completely ignored this last time, and since we paid that price already, let's not do it again. Our progress secure, we head into the facility. Sneaking our way through Fort Hagen goes about the same as it did last time. A headshot here, desperate firefight for our lives there, the usual. A few minutes of this, and we've cleared our way to the elevator leading to the command basement where we met our demise last time. Most of this dungeon is just a long slog through turrets and synths, but there are a few points of note. A medbay full of health and radiation chems, a semi-hidden alcove with the password to the Fort Hagen armory, and the energy weapons bobblehead in the cafeteria, which gives us a 25% critical damage bonus with energy weapons. We get ambushed on the way out of the cafeteria, which blew me away. We then use the password to open up the armory, grab ourselves a Fat Man and a mini nuke, and level up to take the next rank of Demolition Expert, giving our new explosive buddy a little extra zing. The weight on this gun is absolutely insane, but we have a plan for our special friend, so we're taking it. Finally, we grab ourselves a copy of the US Covert Operations Manual for a 5% bonus to our sneak, and then make our way to see Kellog. The bastard wants to talk, but we're not going to give him that chance. Jolene's crawled all the way around the wasteland to find this son of a bitch, and she is not feeling chatty. We grab our Fat Man, pop some drugs, and annihilate both Kellog and his synths in beautiful slow motion violence before the dust even has a chance to settle. You do not mess with the Queen. God, I love this game sometimes. We loot around, find out from Kellogg's terminal that the Institute has Sean, and then make our way to the surface. Here, we discover that, boy, does the wasteland still have some wonder to it. The Brotherhood of Steel makes their entrance in a truly grand fashion. The drama, the panache, the hardware. I'm gonna blow it up. Not just yet, though. For now, we'll make use of their toys for as long as we can. Speaking of new toys, we head to meet Dequin for the railroad quest nearby, stopping off at Sunshine Tidings on the way for some inventory management and a quick save and sleep. We break into the railroad's old HQ through some access tunnels, wreck some synth base, nab ourselves another copy of the US Covert Operations Manual to boost our sneak some more, and then we discovered poor old Tommy Whispers in the vault. Deacon gives us Tommy's old gun, we nab ourselves the prototype we were sent here for, and we head out. Deacon agrees to meet us back at the Old North Church, which we really want to do since the quest reward for this is going to give us a massive boost to our survivability. But even more than that, I want a boost to our mobility. Quests and missions are beginning to be very spread out, so having a way to cover huge chunks of distance quickly is going to be an absolute godsend. Fortunately, we made an earlier friend who can get us an in with the Wasteland's newest militant neighbors. We meet Paladin Dance at the Cambridge police station, clearing out a bunch of ghouls on the Ray. Remember how hard Jolene struggled with these bastards? This is god-tier levels of catharsis for her. Paladin Dance leads us onto the roof, where we board one of the Brotherhood's vertibirds to take us to the Pridwin, the armored blimp that serves as their mobile base of operations. We meet with Elder Maxon, and get a good view of what the Brotherhood's really all about. They are militant to a fault, literally. They have arrived with a singular purpose, the annihilation of synths in general, and the Institute in particular. They'll press gang anybody and everybody into their forces to achieve that goal. You can actually play through their questline, and you'll learn that they'll lean on settlers and farmers to volunteer food and supplies and other goods to the Brotherhood. They are not very good at taking no for an answer. At the end of the day, honestly, the only difference between them and actual raiders, other than the god tier weapons and armor that the Brotherhood brings to the table, is that the Brotherhood are actually doing some work to make the wasteland a little bit safer. From here on out, as we're adventuring, we'll be able to find vertibirds and power armor troops getting into fights with super mutants, ghouls, and raiders all over Boston's Commonwealth. Jolene doesn't need another self-styled leader button in on her territory, but until she gets the Minutemen up and running across the whole of the wasteland, she's willing to play nice and put their resources to good use. We accomplish a few minor errands on the Pridwin, including a medical checkup with some very interesting questions.
Have you ever had sexual relations?
Right? Well, there was this one really ugly guy in college. I mean, I had to get drunk and it was a dare.
That hardly qualifies. So I'll just put no.
We also meet the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. From him, we grab ourselves a very good piece of gear, a combat helmet that gives us a 10% reduction in action point cost to use VATS. We'll be saying farewell to our trusty sea captain's hat now that we have this, but it will be missed. With our inventory sorted a little from shopping, we grab the fancy new suit of Brotherhood T60 power armor that they gave us as a welcome gift, and we make our way back to Elder Maxon. He needs us to clear out some super mutants from the nearby Fort Strong, and since we need access to his tech for now, we agree. We hop on a vertibird that's way below us, fly across the water, mow down a super mutant behemoth with our new toys, and then hop out to finish clearing the fort on— Oh god, why are you here? I'm sorry, I'm so sorry! Apparently, Mirelurk hunters don't appreciate being shot at from the air. Really held a grudge, that one. Fortunately, the rest of the mission is a cakewalk. We clear out a handful of mutants, report to Dance, decide that, hey, the ocean's a road if you just don't give a damn, and finally turn the quest into Maxon. This gets us the real prize for this episode, a stack of vertibird signal grenades. These are going to be our answer to the fast travel dilemma for a lot of this game, at least until we decide we're done with the Brotherhood. Crack one down, smoke pops out, and we can watch our avenging angels come swooping in from the horizon. You just pop yourself in the gunner seat, select a location like Hangman's Alley, break the laws of both God and man, and watch the miles melt away underneath you. Oh, is it? Is it a good place to land? This seemed like a good place to land, did it? Frickin' pilots, man. Finally, we find ourselves home sweet home. Our inventory has been overfull for most of this adventure, but with tons of new loot, new toys, and some quests to turn in every which way we look, we're going to call this an episode. Jolene has earned herself a break, and so have I, so join us next week as we set out into the wasteland with all of our fancy new toys to try and find our son and unite the world under our banner. Until then, stay safe, stay alert, and survive.